All right, so, oh man, so I spent so much time over the last couple of days, yesterday and today, like a lot of time playing around with Skyrim, playing around with the mods, playing around with Wabbajack, playing around with mod lists. Just I've uninstalled Skyrim, reinstalled Skyrim probably about 10 or 15 times at this point. I've tried multiple Wabbajack installations. Most of them failed. Uh, I don't know why they're failing. I mean, I've gone I'm pretty, I'm a software developer, so I'm pretty good at figuring stuff out. And I've run into a lot of issues that I couldn't figure out, and I found lots of solutions that didn't work. Um, I know that I was using the right versions of the game. That was not an issue, so no idea why those things are working. So I've kind of given up on trying to do that. And the reason, and what I was really trying to do, is if you look at Wabbajack, and I think I uninstalled Wabbajack actually. Let's go ahead and reinstall Wabbajack because I basically was trying to clean up everything. Like I got rid of my app data user settings for Skyrim. I deleted Skyrim. I wiped everything. I deleted Mod Organizer 2 off my machine. I deleted Wabbajack off my machine. And I was just cleaning everything. So we're going to reinstall. And we're going to go ahead and do Wabbajack. It's kind of nice because it's kind of like a Macintosh application where, it doesn't install anything in your registry or anything crazy like that. So we're going to go show folder, and we're just going to take Wabbajack, and we're going to put this into this folder that I created. I do copy. I think I did do copy. Right. And let's see. You can see we have so many files in the series. Delete some of these downloads. So we've got Wabbajack. We're going to go ahead and run Wabbajack. You just throw it in its own folder, right? And it's going to do its little, what I just did there. Okay. It's going to do this little thing. We're going to log into Nexus, hopefully. Log in. It looks like it already logged me in. Although I didn't see the confirmation. Okay, so we got Wabbajack, for example, and then here we can go to like browse mod lists. And I'm not going to mess around with any of this stuff right now. I'm just showing you what I was trying to do that didn't work. What I was trying to utilize was something that looked really promising, and what it was this thing here, which is Althros DevTools. So what this really is designed to do is it's basically a way to set up your Skyrim install that already has a lot of the typical, and this is for 1.6.xx, which is the version I'm running. I think I'm running 1.6.177 or something. So we go to Skyrim Special Edition, and we go to my folder here and go to properties. You can see that the version I'm running is 1.6.1170. And so it's 1.6.1. So this is fully compatible with that. So this is the ideal playground to work and build off of. So this was kind of the goal of the Althros DevTools, which is actually a really great idea, which is basically it installs the basic stuff that you're pretty much always going to need when you're modifying Skyrim. But for whatever reason, I couldn't get it to work. I'm tempted to try it again after I've just reinstalled everything, but I'm just like, I don't know, I just don't want to screw up my environment right now. Maybe we'll try this again at another time, but I could not get it to work. Which is funny because I actually installed Lorem, which is around here somewhere. I installed Lorem, which is probably the biggest mod pack you could install. I mean, literally, it's 598 gig. It's like 4,000 mods, and I got that to work. So it's amazing to me that I could get 4,000 mod pack working, but I couldn't get one that's significantly much smaller. Now there's other ones out here. I even tried doing the Wildlander one because it sounded really, Survival Hardcore just sounded exactly like kind of how I want to play Skyrim, but it of course didn't work either. And so I basically just got fed up. I spent a good 10 hours yesterday on Skyrim, and I probably, during that entire 10 hours I spent on modding Skyrim yesterday, I probably played the game for about 10 minutes. So 10 hours of fucking around with mods and different types of things, and really just playing the game for like 10 minutes. So there's just not a lot of fun. You're trying to get to a point where you can actually play a version of the game that's really good, because you don't want to have to, that reminds me of something that I need to do. You don't want to have to change the game. You want it to be set up in a way that's really good. So we're going to go into my library here, and we're going to go into, currently I'm pretty sure we've got everything set up correctly, right? We've got the Skyrim creation kit installed. We've got Elder Scrolls Skyrim installed. We've got the Anniversary Edition installed right here. We've got all the Anniversary content downloaded. What we're going to do is we're going to right-click onto here. We're going to go to Properties. We're going to go to Updates. We're going to make sure that it only wait until I launch the game to do updates. So this is something you need to do. You don't ever want Skyrim to just automatically update the game because if you set up a bunch of mods to work on your specific version and all of a sudden Skyrim in the background of Steam just automatically updates when you have Steam open, then it basically is going to break everything. So you don't want that to happen. All right, so we're going to go back to WebJack. I'm actually not going to be doing anything with WebJack currently right now, so let's just close this. Although, you know what, I did see something that was interesting there. You know, you'd think, it's amazing to me that with as long as Skyrim's been out, is that there isn't an easier, better way to modify Skyrim. Now, I've got one thing I've got is an image here. This is an image of kind of one of the kind of loadout I was working on. You can see I've got, I don't know how many mods I've got. You know, quite a few, right? 3, 6, 9, 12. Let's just say that's 12, 24. So we're probably got about 40 mods installed here. And, you know, I'd say most of them worked, but not all of these were working correctly. The biggest problem I've been having is getting, believe it or not, just the graphical updates to work correctly. And I'm talking about stuff like the Tomatoes, Complex Parallax, Material Landscapes, AIO, the Natural and Atmospherics, Tamriel, ENB. You know, when I installed this, the game became just incredibly dark. So that just didn't look good, to be honest. So I remember when I had modified Skyrim, years ago, it was a lot simpler. Like I think the mods were just simpler. They didn't require so many additional mods. And the problem right now is that it's like one mod says, okay, you're going to install this mod. This mod requires these 2 mods. Then you go to this first mod in that list, and that one says it requires 3 other mods. Then one of those 3 requires, another mod. So do I have a spreadsheet program? Is there a spreadsheet? One thing that I don't have, VS Code. Is there an add-on for VS Code that lets me create like a spreadsheet view? Let's go here and let's do spreadsheet. Excel spreadsheets, CS files in Visual Studio Code. Ooh, edit. And 5.5 million, 3.5, so it's not great. Data viewing, cleaning, and preparation. This focus data preview, extensions. Spreadsheet editor. I wonder exactly what it does. This enables viewing and editing Excel workbooks and CS files. You can open them and automatically open a data grid editor. That's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and install this. Trust and publish. Install. And okay, this is Omega Sheets. Now, can we create a sheet with this? Is the question. Autofill, name, CS viewer, extensions on my sheet. Let's do this. Let's close this. Let's do that. Let's close this. Let's go new, and we're gonna go Control KM, and we want sheet. Is it in here? What was it called? Excel. Let's go back to here, and it's Omega Sheets. Control KM, Omega. Now, see, I don't even see it coming up. How about, let's see, I need like a sample. Sample, Excel. Sample, Excel. Let's wait, so we're showing folders here. And grab this, go here. Okay, cool. All right, so, okay, so what I was trying to say is the problem with setting up these mods, for example, is you could have a mod like that you want to install that's called like SkyClimb, right? SkyClimb. SkyClimb requires this mod, which is called, I don't know, mod A. It also requires mod B. And it also requires mod C. But mod A requires, can we do, how does this work? I don't know how to select multiple cells. Maybe we can select the row. Yeah, we can do that. All right. So mod A requires mod A, and we're just going to call it, or let's just call it, let's call it mod. Let's just call it A subcategory 1 and A subcategory 2. And mod B requires just B subcategory, and it's just going to require one additional one. And then C requires, C subcategory 1. And then this one requires C subcategory 1. And then we'll just call it subcategory 1, C1. I don't know, something, another one. So what I'm getting at is you may only have one mod you're trying to install, but this mod requires this mod. This mod requires these two mods. This mod requires this one. This one requires this one, which requires this one. And and then you got to figure out the load order. So it's just a little surprising to me that they haven't come up with a better way to manage mods for Skyrim. It's really a little surprising to me. They haven't done something that's a little better. So okay, so we've got a new install of Skyrim, right? And here's our Skyrim install. Hold on a second, the cat's being a butthead. Rob, you're annoying me. Get the hell out. Cat, when he wants out of the room, he circles my feet like a shark. It's really annoying. All right, so right now we have a clean install. What we have right now is in Skyrim, all we have is the creation content right here, and we have the DLC, which comes with the Skyrim SE, Dragonborn, Dawn God, Hearthfires, and that's it. And then we've got some subcategories I've created, and then if we go into Steam, we can see, and if I type in Skyrim here, we can see we have the old school Skyrim installed, which has right here the Anniversary Edition content installed, and then we have the Skyrim Creation Kit installed, which is utilized by certain mods. Okay, so we're pretty much at a basic, what people like to call a vanilla install, right? So the first thing we're going to want to need is we're going to need the unofficial Skyrim. So we're just going to go through some of the basic things that we need, right? And I don't know why I clicked on this stupid shortcut. I hate it when I do that. Now it's going to open up, even though I closed it. It's going to open up. Can we move this? Yeah, let's just move this way over here. I meant to click on this. All right, so we're going to go here, and we've got a list of mods, okay, that I was using, okay? And SkyClimb is one of the most important ones for me, because SkyClimb adds the ability to climb stuff, kind of like, climbing in like Black Desert Online. So I actually really like SkyClimb. In one of my versions, I had SkyClimb in a different spot, and it worked fine. I actually had SkyClimb all the way down here under my gameplay section. So all of these other mods up above were loading before this, and then I actually created another mod list, a new install with a new mod list, and they were basically almost identical. Like, let's see, it's so hard to show this way, but basically I had, here's the animation queue fix. I basically, the files are almost the exact same order, and I had SkyClimb in the same place on this one that I had here, which is down here, and it didn't work. And I don't know why. I couldn't figure out why it wasn't working. So all I did was I took it and I just moved it up. Now, the way these mod lists work in Skyrim is that, last in wins, right? So you think about, which is kind of funny, because if last in wins, moving something higher up means it could potentially lose out. Like if there's something installed later that overwrites it. And that's more, comes into play more with like textures and models and animations and stuff, more like textures and models. So like if I go here to the static mesh improvement mod, and then there's another, and it's modifying a certain, model. You can see this is the category models and textures. If it modifies a specific model, there may be another mod that gets installed after this that also wants to modify the specific model. The one that's after we're gonna use that model. We're not gonna use the one from static mesh. So it's last one in wins. Okay, so the stuff at the bottom of this list is going to have higher priority over stuff at the top of the list. Okay, so really weird that SkyClimb worked by putting it basically at the very top, and it worked. So I still have no idea why that worked. So, but we're going to go ahead and do SkyClimb first. Okay, SkyClimb does require quite a few things. Okay, so we're going to go here. Oh, first we're going to grab the unofficial Skyrim patch. So we're going to go to the mod manager download. This one's fine. It should be downloading already. Where's my mod manager here? Yeah. Another thing that's weird is when you click download and the image kind of fades in, it like fades in, the download starts automatically. But if the image just pops up in full view, you have to click the download button. So kind of weird. So we've got the unofficial Skyrim patch. We're fine. We can always install this, right? This is going to be one of the first things we ever want to install is the Skyrim patch, right? All right, and we've already created a section for bug fixes. We're going to drag that right up under bug fixes. It's going to go into the bug fix section, and we're going to check it. Boom, good to go. Now, let's do this. Now, we're going to go for SkyClimb, right? So, SkyClimb. And another way that I found is because one of the things that I found really difficult on Nexus mods is there's so many mods for Skyrim that if you search for something, like for example, if you search for SkyClimb like I just did, look how many things come up. And that's just one page. Sometimes you look for an add-on, there'll be like 8 pages of shit that are in reference to that. So if you're looking for the base mod itself, I was trying to figure out a way to find it, and the best way I could think is sort by downloads. Sort by downloads. Because the base mod itself is going to be downloaded a lot more than any of the patches or other language versions, like the Chinese version. So sort by downloads, and it'll come up usually first. So now we're going to grab SkyClimb, and then we're going to go down here, and we're going to say, okay, files, and of course we want SkyClimb 1.1.1, and of course it's going to require all these other add-ons. So, and it does indeed require all of these. Now, I think the Skyrim script extender we already have. That's basically already installed. I believe it is. Holy shit, did I install it already? Pretty sure I did. I hope I did. Let's go to Skyrim Special Edition. Yeah, it's right here, right? And then also, another thing we could do is we can go in here. We've already got the script extender here. Can we go to properties on there? Let's go to edit. And you can see the different executables that are set up under the mod organizer. So this is the script, and it's going to show where it's that executable that we're running, and it's coming off of our Steam Skyrim folder. So that is correct. So what we're going to do is we're going to cancel this. Go ahead and run the game just to make sure everything's working. Yeah, oh yeah, dude, Blue, I've spent 10 hours yesterday and today easily, maybe more. I was up till 5 a.m. this morning doing different things. Trying different Wabajacks, trying different setups, and I always ran into issues at some point. The only problem with the Lorem, which installed 4,000 mods, so I did a Wabajack that installed, so the game, as long as the game loads, I'm fine. I did a Wabajack that installed 4,000 mods. It took 2 hours to download them, extract them, and install them, and it worked. I ran the game, and it worked, but it was just way overkill. Like, there was so much going on. It was like, I kind of likened it to going into World of Warcraft for the first time, but playing it with like 500 add-ons installed, and you're just like inundated with all these things, these add-ons in game that you don't even know what they do. You know what I mean? I mean, think about that. Of course, it's not as bad in Skyrim because a lot of the mods are just they're visual or they're like gameplay, so they're not like. But there's a lot of just changes, like the way the UI looks, the way the questing system looks, the way like the there's all kinds of stuff. So it sounds like Fallout 4 was better. And actually, I've never played Fallout 4, but I've always wanted to. And that's one of those games that one of these days I'll probably play. I got it for free from the Epic Game Store, so I actually have that in my account, and I just have to install it and play it. But I got it for free because Epic Games does a lot of free games a lot of times. So yeah, I mean I've installed. Dude, I mean, like yesterday I set up, let's see, this is my original one. I set up this one yesterday, which is so I had about 40 different mods on this one. And I think only one or two I like. So I set up this one. And the problem I was running into with this one was the natural ENV, natural and atmospheric Tamriel weather or whatever, wasn't It wasn't looking, it wasn't, it, like the game was really dark. When I turned that on, the game was super dark, like crazy dark. And okay, someone's blowing up my phone here. And then I think we installed Wabajack, didn't we? Or did we? So if you look at Wabajack, what I tried to set up today, so I go through YouTube because, Skyrim's been around forever. So my brain, the way my brain works, because I'm a programmer, is I'm like, well, somebody has to have come up with really simple ways to set up versions of mods. And what I found was that it's Wabajack, right? So if you go to Wabajack and we run Wabajack, right? But Wabajack, the other thing I found with Skyrim is everything has to be kept up to date because the mods, people are always updating mods. Uh, I was running Reshade yesterday. Remember when you saw me playing? I think it was yesterday. It was yesterday, the day before yesterday. I was running ENB and Reshade at the same time. Yes, I was, because Reshade is a separate thing. Keep in mind that Reshade applies filters to the frames. So when the game renders a frame, an image, basically, all the game is images being rendered and played to you, and that's what frames per second is. How many frames? You know all this. All the frames that are playing on your screen. All Reshade does is manipulate those frames, the image. So the rendered image has those filters applied. So it really shouldn't affect any other kind of like mod because it's completely separate, But I didn't have any issues with that. It didn't seem to. But I'm not running Reshade on this install yet. We haven't installed that yet. But when I went to the browse list, so I was going through YouTube trying to find I'm just trying to find some simple, what I really want is I want some really good archery combat. I want some really good survival stuff built in. I really want, because the thing that was appealing about Lorem, which Lorem is just massive, like just absolutely massive, right? Must have misspelled it. But if we go here, we go to Skyrim, right? Skyrim. Lorem here is like over 4,000 mods. Well, yeah, but that wasn't it because I wasn't using Reshade, so it definitely wasn't that. But Lorem has over 4,000 mods. But you can see Lorem has MCO. Now, MCO refers to more of like an action-oriented type of combat system. Lorem also has kind of like the survival stuff. What I want is I want the survival stuff. I want to have to eat. I want to have to drink. I want cold weather to do damage to me if I'm not dressed appropriately. I don't want fast travel. And the other thing I liked about Lorem is they talked about, like, I guess I didn't realize this was a thing, but I guess mobs scale in vanilla Skyrim. And what I mean by that is if you're level 1 and you find a wolf in the world, the wolf is like level 1. But when you're like level 20 and you find in the wolf in the world, the wolf's like level 20. I actually never knew that. Right? And so what Lorem does is it says, no, mobs all have kind of like World of Warcraft. They all have a specific level. So you get to, and the other thing they talked about was in vanilla, like how if you spend a lot of your time focusing on one thing, you can kind of fall off. Like, for example, because the mobs all scaled with you, like if you didn't scale up your power in a specific area, you could get weaker and weaker over time. So for example, if you were losing all of your points, your talent points or whatever they're called, skill points, across a lot of different things as you were leveling up, the mobs were always staying as strong as you were, but you weren't really strengthening your character a lot because you're like, well, you got a little bit better with your bow, you got a little bit better with plate armor, you got a little bit better with magic, you got a little bit better with stealth, you got, what I mean? You're kind of spreading out your skill points across a lot of different things, and you weren't specializing. And I never ran into this in Skyrim. I always felt like my characters were way overpowered, but maybe it's just because I didn't spread my stuff out too much. But what they did in Lorem is they kind of fixed that a little bit, where it's like you can actually kind of, like still spread stuff out and have it be effective. I'm not quite sure how they did that. But so what I was trying to install was this. I found a YouTube video today that talked about Althro's dev tools. And what Althro's dev tools is it's saying, hey, you've got a fresh install of Skyrim. This is just going to install all the basic stuff you typically would need if you want to modify Skyrim. So it's going to install a list of, I don't know, maybe it's 50, maybe it's 100. Here, we should be able to see a mod list, right? Where is it? Here. So this is going to go through, and it's going to install all of these things, right? So all this is going to get installed. But most of this is, they're thinking this is stuff like, engine fixes, these things I install already. As engine fixes, actor limit fix, I don't know what that is. Alchemy fix, all in one address, I install that one. Some of these I've been installing because I need them. There's other stuff like mesh fixes. I'm not sure what parallax is, but I see it all the time. Auto run. Let's see. This one I've seen, the Bethany, some sort of any library. Some fixes for models, bug fixes for the anniversary edition. You know, just a lot of this stuff is stuff you would typically use. I mean, a lot of these things I don't, but this is more for developer. Like you're going to need like a logger. This is going to create like a logger. I don't know, creation kit. This should be installed already, so that's interesting. What else? Data. I'm looking to see if they have any combat stuff. Here, MCM. So here you've got the MCM helper, which is part of, for the MCM combat stuff. What else? The mod organizer. Interesting. It installs mod organizer in its own folder so that you don't have to have an external mod organizer installed. I noticed that a lot of these do that. Like they install in a self-contained folder. So when you download one of these mod lists, it creates a folder on your hard drive with the mod organizer in it. And so then you just launch, like then when it actually launches from that folder with the mod organizer, and that tells it what order to load the stuff in. So it's a little different how it does it. But anyways, this sounded like a good idea. I mean, it's like, oh yeah, this is cool. We can kind of start off with a base development kind of toolkit for Skyrim for modding. But it didn't work. I like downloaded it and it just kept crapping out, and I spent like an hour trying to get it to work and I couldn't. And I found lots of posts of people, even within the past month, installing this without issue. And I could not find any reason why mine wasn't working. It just kept saying it couldn't find certain files or couldn't install certain files. But I followed the guide on how to set that up 100% correct, so who knows. So I kind of gave up. I'm just like, I'm sick of trying to run these Wabbajacks when some of them work, some of them don't. And a lot of them have stuff I don't need. What would be really cool is if you could say, install this web. I mean, it's crazy, dude. It's like the biggest rabbit hole I've ever seen. You know, I've never seen a rabbit hole bigger than modding Skyrim. You know, it's like this mod requires this mod, and this mod requires these 3 mods, and one of those mods requires this mod, that mod requires this mod, and if you go back up 2 steps, the other 2 mods that you needed for that mod require one other mod each, and one of those requires one other mod, which then requires 3 other mods. So all you're trying to install is one mod. You end up downloading like 30 or 40 files. It's like crazy. So if we go here, for example, like SkyClimb requires these 3. So if I say, okay, we need this one. If we go here, we got to make sure we have the right one. Of course, this one is going to require, then it requires all these, right? Okay, so that's that one. And then we need the Papyrus, whatever extender. Let's see what this one requires. So we go here. Okay, this one I don't think requires anything. Oh no, this one requires, these things. And then we already have that. So, so we need SkyClimb. So just because we have SkyClimb, we're going to need like, 10 mods. So, but I know that these things do work. So I'm going to go ahead and grab, let's see. We're going to grab this one. I know we need this one. I also need the tweaks. Let's go ahead and grab the tweaks first, right? So we know we need the tweaks. Let's just grab this one. And this one also needs that, but we've already got that link somewhere else. Okay, we're going to go here. Boom. We downloaded the tweaks. Let's close this window. Let's go back up here. So we grabbed the Powerhouse one. Let's go back and grab this one, the address one, which is this guy, right? Now this one's split into 2 versions. So we need this guy, but I think we also need, we may need more than just this guy. I can't remember. One of these required other stuff. Miscellaneous files. So we definitely need this one, right? When it fades in like that, it automatically downloads. So there's another thing that's really funny is when that window fades in, it automatically downloads. If it doesn't fade in, it just pops up. You have to click the button. So that's kind of funny. So we grab that. We're going to leave this open because we may still need some of these other files. So we got the power. We got the all-in-one. That's the address. And we still need the Papyrus one. Where was the Papyrus guy? This guy. I don't think we got this one, did we? Nope. Files. Okay. Papyrus. Oh, we need that one. Okay, got that. Close that. Now we need the EVG animated traversal. This one. We've got that one. We also need the animation motion one. which I don't have, so we need that. So let's open this up. We also need this one. Okay, let's download this guy. Traversal framework, we also need this guy, which is the animation motion revolution. So we're going to download that. This requires a bunch of other stuff. I think we've already got that. We don't need anything that's VR. I don't get because it's virtual reality. We don't need that stuff. So we've got everything else download. I don't grab any VR stuff because I'm not doing any VR. Okay, close that. We need the animation replacer files. Okay, boom. This requires animation QFix, which we don't have. Paired animation improvements, which we don't have. Script extender, we do have. The C++ readutables we have. IRIS, we already have. Let's download that. Let's go up here, animation QFix. We need this, right? Download this. Do we have this? Yes, we do. Do we have this? Yes, we do. Download. Now we need the paired animation improvements files, okay? We need this one. Need that, we have. Download. Okay, close this window, close this window, close this window. PyIS extender, we have. Download, close. All right, so we're still just trying to set up the SKYRIM, the SkyClimb. And just for one mod, SkyClimb, we needed all these other mods. Oh yeah, and we also need the SkyClimb. We also need the SkyClimb fix. There's a SkyClimb fix for my version. So we're going to do this, and here it is, SkyClimb this, we need this guy. This is the fix for my specific version of SKYRIM. So, all right, so what we're going to do, now we've got everything I think we need just for SkyClimb. All right, and we're going to install, let's go back to my image, and you can see here, this is kind of what we have in the load order. Let's go move this over here. We're going to install SkyClimb. Oh, did I not download the SkyClimb itself? I don't see it. I didn't install it now, so we didn't even download the actual SkyClimb. So let's grab that again. SkyClimb. And we're going to sort by downloads, SkyClimb, files, download, download. Okay, I'm going to close that. Okay, so we're going to install SkyClimb. Okay. All right, SkyClimb is installed. We're going to put this, I don't know why, but we're going to put it up here because it worked on my last install. All right, underneath Dawn Guard. I don't know why. To me, it seems like it should be further down, but whatever. It worked that way. And then we're going to do the fix. Actually, before we do the fix, let's do the address library. Okay. And the power tweaks, the papyrus power tweaks. Can't remember which one. I don't know if there's. I don't think it really matters what order. Install that. Let's do the tweaks. Install. Okay. Let's do this one. We're going to do the traversal. And then we're going to do the open animation replacer. Then we're going to do the QFix, the improvements. And then we're going to run the patch for SkyClimb itself. All right, we're going to put SkyClimb up here. Add the fix, the patch. Last in always wins, so if you're doing a patch for something, it should always come after. So SkyClimb, and then we're going to, after we load that, then we're going to load the fixes for it. Although I don't know why it's red. That's weird. I don't know why it was red off. It just took a second to do something. All right, so now we're going to go back to my load cheat sheet that I had from my last time I ran this. And we're going to put, so, now Steam, or like Steam, Nexus Mods has like a category already for these things. Like see, it says mod or resources, bug fixes. And then, but I've created some separators here, like bug fixes. I've actually created those. You can just go in here and right click. And here, you can go in here and it's kind of hard. You got to click in the right spot. And you can say create separator. And that's what these are. They're just little separators. So I can just group these add-ons into groups that hopefully make sense. So we got to bug fix this one. PowerOS tweaks, so we're going to put that up in bug fixes. It's going to load after the unofficial SKYRIM bug fixes. And then are there any other bug fixes? Yeah, this one, the animation queue fix. Put that here. And then we got some animations. Let's see. What is that? EVG animation traversal. Where did I put that on here? We put it under a section called animation and combat. Do I not have? Okay, can we rename this one? Combat. No, we'll create a new separator. Separator, and we're just going to call it animations. That right here. Animations, combat. Open animation replacer. Paired animation improvements. Animation. I don't know if it matters what order you check these in. It really shouldn't, but let's check them in the right order. Oh yeah, so we got the animation revolution, and where's the traversal? EVG animation traversal. And we don't have the dynamic collision adjustment yet. And then we got address. This is just address libraries for SK. This is, where did I put that before? Address libraries, additional. I actually created a section called additional libraries. They're calling it modders resources. I like my name better because it just feels like a library of extra code that's used by the modders. So we're going to go create separator. Additional libraries. Okay, so we have those. This is all the stuff we need to get SkyClam theoretically to work. Okay, so now we're good to go. We're going to run the game. And this is how I'm approaching like Skyrim is you just add one mod at a time, but unfortunately one mod might require you to have to add a ton of mods because they're all supporting mods. So I wanted to add SkyClimb and it required me to download like 8 mods at least, right? You can see the open animation replacers loading, EMB I think loaded. I'm going to create a new game. Oh, but you know what? Let's quit because we don't have the start a new life. There's also another add-on that I saw, which was called something like alternate life, which I thought looked really interesting. And I wanted to look that one up. So I think it's called like live another life or something. Let's see, live another life, maybe. We're going to go to downloads. Alternate means to start the game. We don't wish to go through the lengthy intro sequence. I can't remember what it was called. I have to go to, and if I go to my history, it might be hard to find. Best immersive mods for Skyrim. It might have been this one.
That are mod that has hungry, you'll obviously need to get some food. When thirsty, you'll need to get some not that kind of thirsty? Okay. When thirsty, you'll need to drink water, ideally. You can use water skins and refill them in Sunhelm. Surprise. Skyrim is a hard for you to choose full immersion without being scared. How can you get you to choose? While there are many for you to choose from, I went with Sunhelm since it's not.
So this is now this I've tried to find videos that are fairly recent. This one's like a year old, but this guy went with Sunhelm Survival and Need. So this is another survival add-on, but this video was too old. I'm not going with any video that recommends stuff that's a year old because I just don't trust it. You know, I just don't really trust it. How to remaster Skyrim with 10 easy mods. You think that it's funny. It says 10 easy mods, but it's not 10 mods. You're going to end up needing like 30 mods because each mod needs like 6 others. Remaster Skyrim with an auto installer. I went through that. WebJet Guide for Noobs. I went through that. How to mod Skyrim the easy way. This is the one that pointed me to that kind of developer like Wabbajack thing that I could not get to work. This has serious potential. I didn't really care for that one too much. Install ENB, fine. Yes, Skyrim script extender, yeah, script extender, it's all fine. Remaster Skyrim. Popular mods to avoid. I thought that this one might have been one.
Right now, if you want a smooth and crash-free Skyrim experience, including the Creation Club survival mode, many of them are complex, heavy, and don't combine it with it broke now. Use MCO instead. It really makes the third-person combat amazing, and you can build on top of that to create your dream combat system. I also suggest you go watch my combat overhaul guide if you're planning.
We definitely want to use MCO. MCO is something we're definitely going to use, so that's going to be the next step. We're going in phases. We're trying to get one thing working, then we're going to move on to the next thing. The 3 key things I want, actually 4 key things I want, 5 key things I want. Need Skyclimb. That's 1. Need good graphics. That's 2. We need good combat. That's 3. We need survival elements. That's 4. And I want good dynamic bow combat. That's 5. Those are the 5 probably most important things I'm trying to get set up in Skyrim. Okay, so we're taking it in phases, and a lot of this stuff's going to be, I know it's going to be a total pain in the ass. All right. So let's go back. There was another one. I can't remember what it's called. Let's look for Skyrim. Live Another Life.
Homies.
Okay, so it's not that one. So it's not Live Another Life.
Hello and welcome to the amount of items. The mod then came. You'll spawn into the world as specifically you choose from about a dozen different parts. So first, let's take a quick look at those two so we can choose from about a dozen different paths. You'll spawn into the world at a specific location with a certain amount of items. So you could choose to become a voyager and spawn at a random dock in Skyrim. You'll have some noble clothes and some money to your name. Or you could be a recruit and start with some basic equipment.
So yeah, this is one of the add-ons where it's called like alternate start. Now this one starts you with gear, which I don't really care for that at all because I like starting from like the basic like nothing. So, you know, if I think there one was like, what was it like? If there's one that start as a beggar, something like a vagrant, you know, maybe starting as a vagrant would be good. But I think this one would be the Skyrim Unbound. This could be something that would be an interesting mod. Let's take a look and see. But I know that Live Another Life works just fine. Skyrim Unbound, right? We're going to go Skyrim Unbound and Skyrim Unbound Reborn alternate start. So let's close this because I want to search because I can't get the search thing here. Skyrim Unbound alternate start, and then we're going to say downloads. Okay, so this one was updated. Last one was updated in December of 24, so pretty recently. You can see there's another one. It's, you know, upload, and they're uploaded by different people, so it always freaks me out. You know, it's like, what's the difference between this one? This is alternate start. What's the difference between this one and this one? So, an alternate start mod with a wide range of options, including the ability to play as a non-dragonborn character. Also, this one's pretty interesting. I want to search on YouTube for this specific video, this specific mod. And is there one that's recent, right? So I even go to like this month, right? 3 weeks ago, Skyrim Unbound random roleplay series.
I have disabled that, and we're going with Skyrim Unbound. As you can see from the description, it's an alternate start mod with a wide range of features. It basically randomizes a lot of things. But
Okay, what is this Creations? So it looks like Creations maybe Creations Blue allow you to create specific builds. Because see here it says Creations, then he gets to pick which one he wants. I've never seen this before. So let's rewind. I want to see what's going on here.
11. I think if I do the math, it's about 14 years. I've sunk thousands of hours into this game, and it's absolutely one of my all-time favorites. So I thought about starting a series with a little bit of a different spin on the game, and hopefully you guys can play along and we can go on this journey together. We're going to do a random role play using a mod called SKYRIM Unbound. And I do have some mods that we're using here, and I'll get into that in a little bit. But today's video is an intro. So I'm in the creation because alternate load order, we start things like that. Right, so I'm in the creation screen and I'm in my load order. I will go over some of.
So this is interesting. I don't understand what this is. Like, I mean, can you create your own creation? Because I know there's the creation in the menu. Maybe you can create your own set of mods and then it saves them. That's what it looks like he's got here. Like Skyrim Unbound, FPS Eternal, Reconciliation, Skyrim is Windy. Oh, is that what it is? Yeah, that's what's so frustrating about Skyrim is if you set up like a certain version of game with a certain bit of mods, you can be guaranteed that in a year that those mods are going to be way out of date. So like you don't want to update anything. Like when it's like a little slice of time. You know, at a certain point in time, you set up all these mods and you play the game. But as soon as you leave the game and come back, you know, they may still work, but as long as the game hasn't updated. But if you try to go and, you know, update certain things, you know, is it the creation globe? Yeah, so we have this creation thing, and maybe we should go through it again. I mean, I could spend weeks. Apparently, Skyrim is so in depth, and there's so much to it. There's the amount of content for Skyrim for mods is unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. So if we go Skyrim creations, or how to create creations? I don't know. Creation kit tutorials here.
Hello, how do you... Once you've done that, you'll be presented with a screen that looks somewhat like this. Go ahead, or just click something for your unique NPC.
Okay, this is like, oh, this is 13 years ago. Yeah, no, thank you. Let's go this month. How to create beautiful Skyrim characters with mods. Okay.
Today, we will be down at pretty much every...
I don't really like a lot of these mods because they're too... Like, I use this. This looks like the mod that I was using on Lorem, and the characters came looking out like plastic. They ended up looking like mannequins. Like, this one doesn't look too bad. So maybe this one's better. Like, these look more like Skyrim characters. But the one they had in Lorem was terrible. Stand still, race menu, high poly head, expressive faces, vanilla hair remake. The vanilla hair remake I thought was a pretty decent one. The high poly heads, which like see this one looks pretty good actually. Before and after, you can see this face looks better. I don't know if that's the high poly or not, but it definitely does look better. I'm not super sold on the hairs because the texture of the hair doesn't look gritty enough. Yeah, like this hairstyle looks like something that came out of New World. You know what I mean? Oh, you think it's a console thing? This looks like something that came out of New World. I don't like it. I mean, it's good for, you know, that style, but Skyrim doesn't have that art style. Like this hair does not match Skyrim's art style. That's art style looks like that one game, you know, that isometric MMO that's fairly popular, which I can't remember. I can never remember the name of that frickin' MMO. Top 10 played. I never can remember the name of the game. Top 10 played isometric MMO RPGs. It is Albion Online. I can never... That name of that MMO always escapes me. But this looks like Albion Online. Grange Kid is making the mods themselves. Okay, cool. That makes sense. It's like the Unreal. It's like the UDK and Unreal. It's like the old UDK, the Unreal Development Kit. Okay, so we're completely off. So we have Skyrim Unbound. I don't know. Let's just do the live another life or whatever. Alternate or live. Was it alternate start? I think it's called. And then we're just gonna go downloads. Yeah, this one. So I know this one works. So we're gonna grab this guy. We know it works. And we got that. Download. What is this? An example of how to set up a simple extension? No, we don't need that. And we're going to install alternate start. Okay. And we'll take a look. Where did I put alternate start? I had it probably pretty far down. Alternate start. I had it here in gameplay. We even have a gameplay section. We do. Okay, alternate start. It's going to go under gameplay. And gameplay was before textures and models. Let's move this all the way. Was it before animations? Gameplay? No. Put that here. But we're going to run Skyrim because we want to test out what we've done. We want to test out to make sure that the sky climb works. You can see top left corner of my monitor, ENB is installed. It's compiling the shaders for ENB. And you can see the open animation replacer is loaded. And we're going to go new game. Doesn't matter. Okay. Blue. Right?
Approach, my child, and choose where your new life shall begin. Which city did you where your new life shall begin? A life filled with opportunity awaits you, traveler.
Okay, here we go. And we got our basic, we're going to turn on survival mode. We got our basic Skyrim, looks pretty much like Skyrim. And we can tell right away if the climbing is working. I can already tell it's working, but just to show you guys, like if I go up to this pole here, see the little green, that little green thing on top of that pole? That means that I can climb it. Okay, so I can just, whoops. You just want to, all you have to do is move up to an object like this, and if a little green thing appears above my head there, I can just hit spacebar. My character will climb. Okay, you can climb poles, right? Like certain poles, you know, like there. Boom. All right. Very useful. It allows you to traverse terrain that you normally couldn't. So there's a lot of like weird stuff where you'll go through the terrain, but it doesn't matter. It still works. All right, same thing here. A lot of times you can jump over something. Let's see. Let's see. Well, can't jump over that. Like we're climbing up the side of a mountain. Doesn't always let you. Just depends. But it's super useful. I love it. It's great. And there's some additional stuff that you can do even more with this add-on, where you can do like some parkour shit and stuff. But oh yeah, so we know that works, right? So we're gonna quit. Main menu. Actually, we could have just quit altogether. And my wife's vacuuming, which is never a good thing. Whenever my wife vacuums, she gets grumpy. I don't know why but she does. I think she doesn't like all that cat hair. All right, so we've got alternate start. We've got our, look at that. With SkyClimb took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mods just to get SkyClimb to work. Okay, so the next thing, let's focus on the bow combat, right?
But the reason we want the direction your character is moving. But perhaps the biggest change this mod introduces is melee combat to archery. You can now craft a special secondary dagger and with the use of a hotkey perform a series of melee attacks while equipped with a bow. Meaning as an archer, you can now easily switch between ranged and melee attacks.
So the one thing, I don't know if you're still there, Blue, but the one thing I don't like about a lot of the combat stuff is it seems like it all requires the true action movement mod. And the true action movement mod means that you can take your character and move in like a circle. Like, let me try this, because I don't think you can do it in regular Skyrim. Like, you can just spin in a 360-degree circle just by, like, moving your mouse in a circle, you know what I mean? And I don't think Skyrim normally works like that. So I think it would be good. I just think it'd take a lot of getting used to, because I've played Skyrim for so long, you know, with it not working that way. So I hate when my wife when I hear vacuuming because she always gets grumpy when she cleans. Which reminds me of my mom. When I grew up, my mom was always the same way. Whenever she cleaned, she got grumpy. Probably because she didn't like to clean. Oh, it's got all these saved games? Whoa, why are these here? Oh, fuck me. Oh, hold on a second. Those shouldn't be there. Okay, what's happening is Skyrim is caching stuff to the cloud, so we need to go here, properties, keep game saves in the cloud. You want to I turn this off. I don't want this. Okay, we don't want that. Okay. Now they may still be there. I don't know if they'll still be there or not. Because if they're in the cloud, you can't delete them, right? You won't be able to delete them. So every time you're like creating new save games, they'll just, you can't delete them because it's in the cloud. You can't delete stuff in the cloud. So if we go load here, you can see they're still there, but watch now, I can click it and I can delete it. Because we're not deleting it in the cloud, we're just deleting it off my local hard drive. So this one, we're gonna clean all these up. We don't want any of these. Okay. I don't remember why we even loaded it up this time, but obviously it's working. Okay, what did we add? We added alternate start animation. I don't know why I reloaded it. We didn't really need to. All right. Oh yeah, archery. So, I was gonna test the movement. So to do the best archery stuff, we're gonna have to install this add-on, the locational damage, action based projectiles, direction we modernized third person game. This video is really old though, which sucks because I don't know. Yeah, we want something that's like a lot of these things I like, but we want something that's newer. Let's go for something in the past month. And we're not getting anything, so let's go this year. There's the combat mod. This is 9 months ago. This guy does a lot of videos, Sin Gaming. Only modernized Skyrim's combat with these essential mods. You can see I've even actually looked at this. This is 1 month ago. 30 mods I can't play without. There's so many of these, man, There's a lot of people that play Skyrim. If you're going to be a stealth archer in Skyrim, don't forget this. Okay. Skyrim, here's the Skyrim. Transport Skyrim's combat overall animations guide. I think I've seen part of this already. Even these videos are a little bit old. Like here, how to fix Skyrim's first-person combat, step-by-step guide. Let's take a look at this one.
Hey guys, Ryan here. Enemies, and then finally the mod adds hit reactions, so that when something's hit with a weapon, it reacts accordingly and moves left or right depending on what direction the swing came from. The mod also introduces weapon trails, so you can actually track the trajectory of your weapon swings, as well as an accompanying
these are too transparent.
New recoil effects, which is applied whenever your weapon hits a solid object, such as a wall. Now, this mod can be installed using Vortex, but you want to take note of any additional dependencies that are required for the new animations to function correctly.
Yeah.
Okay, so you bit the
see, this is from 9 months ago.
bullet, or arrow in this case, and decided to make your Skyrim character a stealth archer, like everyone does. But I don't blame you. If it's knowing what killed them, if seeking a reliable and easy way to play through the game your goal, why not go for it? Aside from certain gear like the Nightingale, thing players tend to miss importance on how well their stealth archer does. You may be thinking, oh, my character should be a Bosmer or Wood Elf. And indeed, you do get some mileage out of picking this race due to the +10 archery bonus from the get-go. But in the long game, playing as an orc is actually best due to one ability, Berserker Rage. It doubles your strength for 1 whole minute and can stack with already strong
Circus
abilities
range.
like Deadly Aim, which triples your sneak attacks with bows. If you really want to be technical, Hypoxia's 2019 Stealth Archer Guide recommends your character to actually be female, based on the fact that after completing the Heart of Debella questline in Markarth, players gain a passive ability that grants them a permanent 10% damage increase to those of the opposite sex. And I wonder what the sex of most enemies are. You can read our guide for the best stealth archer build through the link in the description below, and while I'll give you the ins and outs of what spells, gears, as well as certain exploits you can complete, like reaching 50 in archery skill early in the game, I'm assuming you're either looking for a new, fun way to play the game, or just tightening up the old reliable. It's very important that you don't need to follow the guide to a T. After all, it is your...
So
The new year has arrived, and it's time to reveal my top picks for Skyrim mods going into 2025. There are quite a few here, so I'm going to fire through them fairly quickly when I can. So let's start with my favourite Skyrim mod of all time, called Experience, which overhauls how your character gains experience by decoupling your overall player level from your skills, and instead gives you experience by completing a quest, clearing a dungeon, discovering new locations, or simply finishing a bunch of enemies off. This removes the over-reliance on leveling your skills and instead allows you to just play the game and promotes exploration. Different actions give you...
That sounds kind of cool. So you get experience by killing people, you get experience by just exploring areas, and you get experience by, I think, completing dungeons. So I kind of like the sound of that. Let's see. Ooh, it's really raining outside. It is pouring outside right now. So we're going to go experience and just going to hit enter. And then we're going to go downloads. Okay. Interesting. See how it was downloaded? That means that one of the mod lists I used actually downloaded this. For example, the Lorem IM or whatever, that big, huge, massive mod list I downloaded, which was 4,000 mods. You'll see a lot of these things that say downloaded. I didn't download these individually. These all were downloaded because of that mod list, which means that mod list literally used this. So here's experience quest tweak, change some vanilla quests from none to side, no visible quest. Here, Thief experience add-on experience mod, adding XP gain from pickpocket and lock picking. So that's kind of cool. So I would definitely think that these are all sound like interesting and I think good. This one here, mod configuration for experience mod. I'm not sure MCM if we need that or not, because I don't know if we're going to be installing that. But let's at the very least grab this one here. Mod, it just works. And we would need this. We have all of this. We don't care about VR. We're going to download the experience mod. I also want to grab this Thief experience mod. That's cool. That way we get experience when we pick locks. So I think that's kind of neat. So we'll grab that. All right, close that. Let's install the experience. Install. And we have the AE edition, 16 point. Install widescreen version. Okay, no, we're not widescreen. We're 16.9, I guess. And install this one. And these are considered skills and leveling. We don't really have a skills and leveling group. I would consider these gameplay, so I'm just going to put them in the gameplay section. These are changes to how the game plays. Okay. Add that. I'm going to add that. All right. Let's go back to our... Actually, I'm going to take a quick break because I'm going to go talk to my wife for a minute. I'll be right back, just like 5 minutes.
Look at me, now I'll burn. All the memories of you. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been the most beautiful audience. Remember to toss a coin if you can. If anyone needs me, I'll be at the bar. What for the earn? It's the point of no return. After everything we did, we saw. You turned your back on me. What for? To earn? What's that butcher burn? At the end of my days when I'm through, no word that I've written will ring quite as true as burn. Burn, butcher, burn. the memories of you.
All right, so apparently there's some tornadoes in the area, so my wife's a little concerned. There's a tornado that touched down just up the street. Let's take a look. Tornado warning. It doesn't look bad. Yeah, it'll be gone. Let me tell my wife. Hold on a second, I'll be right back. Okay, so yeah, we got some tornadoes in the area. So if my stream stops for any reason, it means a tornado just blew my building away. Okay, so
varying amounts of experience.
So we did the
quest,
experience
or
one.
Or important locations like the companion headquarters. This allows you to discover more locations to gain experience, as well as new points of interest that you can fast travel to for a little quality of life improvement.
I don't want to fast travel to.
MCM, where you can enable or disable
This is kind of cool.
locations that appear on your map. If you are looking for more simple quests to complete and gain experience.
Look how nice the graphics look. I wish my Skyrim looked. Look at these graphics. These graphics look great.
Then we can't go past the Missives mod that will add a message board to all the major cities, allowing you to sign up for a new quest or two to complete. Each quest is fairly simple, ranging from clearing a bandit camp to fetching a lost item, and serves as a great
I don't
source for
need that right now.
These new coins also conversations and get to know each character a little better, on top of adding some much needed personality. There are
more to say. That sounds like a good add-on. Add the NPCs more dialogues, more to say, right? And we're gonna go here, and it looks like I downloaded this at one point. Let's see, more to say files. Updated really recently, adds relative inconsequential conversation quests. Many people. Let's grab this. And it's going to download automatically because it faded in. I always think that's funny that some of them download automatically and some don't. Yeah, and we're going to install this. This also will go into the gameplay section because I consider this gameplay. I appreciate you. Okay, and then this is available modules. Fine. All right, more to say. They're actually calling it immersion. Maybe we should create a section for immersion. Yeah, let's do that. Immersion sounds like a neat. Create separator, and we're going to call it immersion. Okay, and we're going to move it right under gameplay. It's going to be immersion. Okay.
Also some small gameplay additions, such as any priest being able to offer you the blessing of the divine, as well as some minor quest additions, you to display
immersive
items
equipment
on your
displays.
NPCs, rather than just your equipped items. This mod is highly configurable,
Interesting.
with an in-game menu that lets you adjust the position and location of each piece of equipment, as well as adding physics to set
Wow.
items, so they jiggle around
Look at that.
character as you move, adding true immersion to your Skyrim experience on your character.
Okay, that's pretty cool. We can actually show multiple weapons on our body when we're walking around. I like that. Immersive, I think it was called equipment. Did I misspell it? I think I did. I have too many videos open. If you're going to be a stealth archer, how to fix Skyrim's first-person combat. See, this is where I get too much stuff open. It just becomes really annoying. Immersive equipment displays. Downloads. Immersive equipment displays. Files. And immersive equipment displays for 1.2. It says AE up to 1.6.353. It says for AE 1.6 and newer. I think I need this one because I'm 1.6.1. Yeah, I think I need this one. 16 of March. The numbers are weird. Like because I think of this number is newer than this one because it's a bigger number, and my number, even though it's 1.1, it's bigger. It's bigger than like 629, whereas my release is. It's always a little confusing, but if you go to properties, mine is 1170. So 1170 is a larger number than 629. But anyway, we need this one. It says you need this, which, okay, we don't have the dual sheet. We got okay, so we got to grab these two add-ons, which we don't have. And this one. Okay, good. And then we need this one. And this requires that. I don't have that. And grab that. And I don't have that. Okay. And address library. I think I've got this already, right? Address library. Yeah, we have this already. We've got Open Edge Replacer. We've got IED. Got that. And the weapon styles. What is this one? This one's called weapon styles. Draw sheath. Okay. That's downloaded, I think. Simple dual sheath weapon styles, immersive equipment displays. It's this simple dual sheath. Weapon styles. And then immersive. Download this one. Now this is going to be interesting. Immersive equipment displays requires a simple dual shield. So immersive, do open, simple weapon. Let's do it in this order. And these are immersion, so. I want to go here. We'll see if this works. Okay, so we're going to go load. And if the weapon display is working correctly, we should be able to hit the backspace and we bring up our menu. First VS. And here you've got a nice looking menu. One-handed sword, hide, laying down. Okay. So it certainly looks like it's working. Let's go to equipment. And let's go weapons. We've got a sword. We're going to equip it. Now, I don't know how to lay down. But it says hide it when you lay down, so... How do you lay down? I don't even know how to lay down in Skyrim. Maybe when you have to get into bed, you know. Yeah. Now, did we break our... No, we didn't. Okay, good. Alright, cool. I was going to make sure we don't break our sky climb. Okay, so keybinds. Okay, so sprint is shift. Sneak is control, run. Toggle always run? I don't know. Is there a walk, run? Is there a toggle always run? Toggle... Okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think it's for like laying down in bed. So yeah, so that's looks like that's working, right? So far it looks like all the mods we have, I think, so far are working, right? Now we're already hungry. Oh, I did want to show you, Blue. There is a website for that, and I don't have it up, but it talks about the survival mode. So if we look for Skyrim AE survival mode, and here we go. I wanted to show you. So here's I found a website for it. So this talks about it. So let's see. Where's the overview, official summary? Yeah, so you can see hunger. Over time, you'll become hungry, which impacts your total stamina as well as your ability to wield most weapons. Oops. And let's see, freezing water. If you swim in freezing air, you'll immediately become cold or begin taking health damage. Disabled fast travel. If you wish to go somewhere, you must do so on foot or by horseback. No health regeneration. To replenish health, you must use restoration spells, food, potions, or apparel enchanted with health regeneration. I didn't know there was apparel that had health regeneration on it. To level up, you must now sleep in bed. Your initial carry weight has been reduced from 300 to 150. Becoming over-encumbered also quickly drains your stamina and causes you to become fatigued much faster. All lockpicks now have weight, and the new type of arrows added in the anniversary edition has weight as well, which means you're just going to run out of inventory. You're going to run out of weight really quick. Heavier lockpicks. Lockpicks weigh more. Disease creatures across the land now carry threatening new diseases. Time spent while unwell because you have failed to eat, rest, or warm yourself puts you at risk of contracting an affliction, which can cause effects that linger long after you have improved your condition. Shrines are no longer free. You must make a gold offering. Both vampires and werewolves can restore their hunger by feeding on their victims. And standing stones are less of a... For example, the seed stone only confers... Yeah, plus... Okay, so a lot of, I think, good changes. So, I think that these are good changes. Okay.
The NPCs, right?
So I like that. So we're actually going to go to this guy's channel because I like the way he does it. So quality of life, instantly skip dialogue. I don't know if I really need that. Quick loot.
Move containers by just looking at them rather than having to interact with and go into your inventory. This speeds up the looting process and makes your gameplay feel a lot more smooth. Sticking with UI mods is a small visual change called Colored and Animated Celtic Icons for SkyUI. This mod...
That's really cool. That's really cool. Like, these animated icons are great. I haven't installed SkyUI, but let's try it. So SkyUI is something I've wanted to use. It changes the UI a ton, obviously. So we're gonna go here and it's gonna say downloads SkyUI. And supports installation. Okay. Okay, and it's good. It doesn't really need anything else. So let's just download it. And then also, there was some other stuff though, right? There's these other things that are downloaded were downloaded from another add-on. So 3D item offset. Survival mode integration. Ooh, what's this? Fix strong font color on looting bodies. Okay. Download that. Okay, so we're gonna install Skyrim. Oh, the game's running. Shit. Can't modify stuff while the game's running. Sky UI, install. And we're going to install the survival mode, which I'm not exactly sure what it does. Let's go back. And Dear Diary dark mode. Phenomenally enriched and nuanced ingredients for Sky. Oh, God. Skyrim plugin with master add. I'm not sure what that is. Alternate fix, survival mode. 3D item offset, what is this? Oh, it's just showing that the that items weren't centered on the screen. So, yeah. If you see MCM helper. Yeah, we're fine. I'm not going to solve that because I'm not it's not something I necessarily have to have, and I don't. So download this file if you only use Sky UI. I don't. This requires the MCM helper. I don't really know what MCM helper is. Simplifies creation of mod configuration menus. Heavily inspired by the mod configuration menu for Fallout. Heavily inspired by the mod configuration menu for Fallout 4. Easier pop-up via scripting. So it's basically almost like a development tool. Battle with Skyrim Special Edition, which is what I have. I don't know if we need that right now. All right, so this is going to be user interface. So here. Okay, let's run it. Every time I add these mods, I got to run the game to make sure everything's working. Because if we find something doesn't work, we just pull it out. Loading animations. Load blue. All right, so you can see we've got the review. I don't see the animated images, so it's not working correctly. We do have the Sky UI, which is kind of cool. We can see where the items are offset. See how they're like off to the hat to the right is offset to the left. That's what that other fix is for. I don't really care about that. But the graphics aren't loading correctly. So those really pretty graphics they had were not loading correctly. So I'm not sure what we're missing. Interface. What was it called? Survival mode integrate. Oh, maybe we didn't download it. Complete. Did I not? I maybe I didn't download it. Downloads. Ooh. Wider menu. Which one was it? Oh, it was in the YouTube video. Oh, it was this. It was colored and animated Celtic items. For okay, so we got to find that. Colored and animated. Got ahead of myself. This is action-based. Okay. Color and animated. Okay. All right. That doesn't look like it requires much of anything. Sweet. Install. And we're going to load that after, of course. Now, hopefully, this will give us those beautiful images for our inventory, which is really cool looking. Did I live myself? I did.
Approach, my child, and choose where your new life shall begin. A life filled with opportunity awaits you, traveler.
Look, see, we're getting experience. See that? We got 10 experience. So we're actually getting experience for things other than just, you know, completing quests or whatever. Okay. We're still not seeing those pretty images though. Yeah, see, we leveled up because we're getting experience for like discovering stuff probably.
Where else would I go? Dawnstar is my home and working here is my job.
What is it?
Just take
I haven't had... That would be Scald the Elder. He's been running Dawnstar ever since he was a boy. And he never lost that brat's attitude.
Yeah, so we're still not getting those images that I'm looking for, so... So let's go back to...
Mod will simply change the icons in your inventory smooth. Sticking with UI mods is a small visual change called Colored and Animated Celtic Icons for SKYRIM. This mod will simply change the icons in your inventory and...
It didn't work though. Is there something we're missing, I wonder?
spell menus with an animated and colored alternative that brings a touch of flair to your UI. This change is purely aesthetic, but is a special one nonetheless.
Let's make sure we have the right one. Okay, we definitely installed the right one. Yay, now with colors. Just needs SkyUI, which we have. Yeah, mine does not look like this at all, so I don't know if he's got some other add-on installed, I don't know.
For one of the greatest UI mods ever released, we have better third-person selection, which has revolutionized third-person gameplay by introducing a proximity feature when interacting with items in third person. Previously, you needed pinpoint accuracy to select or pick up anything, which was extremely cumbersome and often resulted in switching to first person. But now with this mod, playing and staying in third person for your entire playthrough is significantly more replay by introducing
better third person. Selection. Okay, so we are gonna. Okay, we need this. We also need. We finally do need MCM helper. I knew eventually we were gonna have to install in MCN helper. Okay, we need this one. I don't know what GOG is, but I don't have that. I have this version. Okay, we have that. Download, and then we need this. 50113 plus. We need that. We got. Download. What was the JE containers? Did I grab that? I did. Okay, cool. Install. Okay, modern resources. MCN helper utilities. I don't really have a utilities section, do I? I put this under what, immersion? I guess we'll create one. See if that works. Okay, so we're going to go third person, and what we're looking is, do we see more like interaction? We should freeze when we get in the water too. Yeah, look at that. You are cold. We are dying. We're literally dying swimming through this water. Holy. We're freezing to death. I'm just looking for something. We're hungry. We're hungry and we're freezing to death. I'm looking for something we can interact with on the ground. Here we go. Yeah, I don't... Still looks like it's not working, right? We're just seeing the regular... We're just seeing the regular Skyrim interactions. So that add-on did not work, right? Let's do a quick save. So these are the things that get you, you know, like it seems so simple. You know, you install an add-on, you're like, it doesn't seem to be anything super crazy with the add-on. But this add-on, the, what was it? I don't remember what it was called. It wasn't this one. It was the... Shit. What was it called? Better third-person selection. Maybe we didn't download it because I'm not seeing it. I am not seeing it. I probably didn't download it. I probably downloaded the containers, which we have, the MC helper. Okay, I didn't download it. I'm an idiot. This is what happens when these add-ons, like this add-on, you need that on this add-on, you need that. Yeah. Of course, it's not going to work if you don't have it installed. Also, I'm really curious why that other one didn't work, though. Why the this thing didn't work, right? I think
immersion building mod is simply called More to Say, which adds more or from items hanging on the wall. This is fantastic for obtaining several ingredients and just makes sense in game. Coins of Interesting Nature is another must-have immersion mod that increases the variety of currency found across the world. It's kinda strange that you could find a septum in the pocket of a draga, but now with this mod, you will find an ancient Nord Drakkar instead, or in those found across the world.
Coins of Interesting Nature. There's so many mods, right? Coins of Interesting Nature. And it looks like this was downloaded at some point, so it's just so funny that it'll say, hey, you've downloaded this before. Well, I didn't download it. One of these add-ons, I did download it. Well, I was in third person, but I didn't have it installed, so we do need the base objects, however. The container distribution and the injector, we don't have any of these, so this one I know we can install. Okay, that's fine. Install that one. We got that, download. This one is the download install with your mod manager supported. Okay, that works. We got that, download. And what's this one? Inventory interface and information inject. But Skyrim, okay, that's what we got. Got it, download. And the container we got already, right? And then we have to go all the way back to this, download. No, I already downloaded it. And container, we downloaded. That we downloaded. And inventory interface information injector, we downloaded. Script extender, we have. Yeah, we have that, we have that, we have. Yeah, see, we already have all that. Okay, so let's do this one. Install. 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 And then what we didn't install was the coin itself. Okay, install. Okay. Gameplay. And let's see, utilities. Utilities. Gameplay. And user interface. Okay. Oh, you're behind on the, yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good, Blue. Yeah, I thought the same thing too. I was like, am I not in the right? But then I went out and I'm like, oh, I didn't even install it. Because, you know, it's like this arrow needs this one needs this one, this one needs this one, and this one, and, that, and those two need this one and this one. So then I kind of go down the tree and I work my way backwards. You know what I mean? I try to install them in the order that I need, you know, I kind of walk backwards up the tree. Okay, so we're going to load. Blue. Boom. Boom. So now it should work. I still don't have the colored icons, right? So what we're going to do is we're just going to drop something on the ground, right? How do I drop? Okay, so yeah. See, it does work, because look how far away we are. Yeah, see, it does work. So, like, if we go, let's see, if we go drop, drop, drop. Now, we're pretty far away, I think. You know, and it's I don't think normally it would do that, would it? Would it normally let you? I don't know. Yeah, I think normally you'd have to be closer, if I remember correctly. We still don't have the colors here, and I'm not really sure why. Yeah, see the stuff is showing up. See how it's like showing up? Yeah, it's definitely like easier now. So that's pretty cool. It definitely is much easier to grab stuff that's around you, you know. And again, it's only in third person, because in first person, it's the way it normally works, which means you have to get really close to it. But once you get, because see, we don't see anything, but once you go into third person, then all of a sudden they all show up. So yeah, that's a cool add-on. I like that. That's a good add-on. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're trying to create a immersive and fun Skyrim experience. Okay? So I'll go back to this. We're going to close that, close that, close that, close that.
It's kind of strange that you could find a septum in the pocket of a draga. This mod,
Greetings, Barras.
Instead,
okay, so we grab that.
You will now find a new coin known as you to
display we did that one
on your character or other NPCs rather than just your equipment. Your flair to your UI.
See, this one doesn't work. This one doesn't work. This colored thing does not work, and I don't know why. Let me open this one. Is there something I'm missing on this one? And you can see there's the color on these items, which I don't have. See the color? I don't have that. So this doesn't work for me. And let's see when it was updated. It was updated, man. It was updated Well, that was when it was downloaded. When was it updated? Date update. Oh, it was uploaded a long time ago. I don't know. I'm installing lots of mods. That's all I've been doing on stream. You can see here on my left, these are all the mods we've installed in the last hour. There's these like 20 or 30 mods. So we're just going through and trying to see which mods we want. We're trying to create a better graphical appearance. And eventually we're going to get to the point where the combat's going to be interesting. We want to do the action combat, and that's going to be interesting. So, to say the least. Because I've never got the action combat set up in Skyrim before, so the MCM with the fluid 360. It's going to be the only thing I don't like about the action combat is I like in Skyrim when you shoot a bow that you have to aim. Like they have a lot of the action combat does like a Dark Souls or Elden Ring thing where you're basically locking onto the enemy so that you're always facing. So I don't really know how that works with the bow. Like, I wouldn't want the bow to ever lock on. Like, to me, you should never be locking on with a bow because that takes away the skill. The skill with your bow, should be that you're aiming and aiming correctly. So instantly skip. What else we got? Colored animated, better third-person selection. Oh, we got the security overhaul, yeah. I think this one's pretty cool. This is where it has all different kinds of locks. I think this is pretty neat. This requires that, which we have. We got all this stuff, I think. I think we have this. Let's double check that we've got the redistributable 2022. I think we do. I'm going to assume that we do, because I'm pretty up to date on that stuff. We're going to download this one. And let's see. That's the security overhaul. And we're going to download the add-ons. There's some different looking locks. Download some regional locks, I guess. Okay. Download. And then we're going to download some more locks. Jail, like see the different, just different visual looks for the locks. Now this one requires, these files install week requires all this, which we don't have all this, so we're not going to install this one because I don't have all that extra content. Okay, so, yeah, we can download this, right? Temples of the Ancients, 4K textures. All right. We'll download these upgraded 4K textures. Looks like 1.62 gig. Wow. Just for that. Just for those textures. Shit. Wow. I don't know why that doesn't work. I'm going to try to figure out why this doesn't work. I don't know if it's because I don't have some sort of other Celtic something or other. Does not work. Let's see if there's something else we need for this. Yeah, this is what my icons look like. Original Sky UI. Oh, wait a minute. There's a configuration? SKYRIM General. Oh, we got to switch the theme. Okay. I didn't know we had to do that. I've never really used Sky UI that much, so I'm not very familiar with it. I don't see a mod configuration. Oh, it's under system. Okay, we got to go into the game first. Oh, look, Sky. Okay, cool. Sky UI. Advanced? Controls? General? Ah? Look, oh, there's all kinds of. Look at all the shit she's got under here. I don't have any of this stuff. This is from 6 years ago, though. Sky UI. General. Which, under General, there it is. Under General Category Icon Theme. Oh. Sky UI. General. Category Icon Theme. Celtic. There it is. And now we have animated, colorful icons. Look at that. Little things, right? Little things. I wish they were a little more vibrant. Well, here, maybe they are when we switch. Yeah, they are. A little bit more vibrant when we switch. Yeah. That's pretty cool. All right, so we got that. We don't need that anymore. What else we got? So we get the lock variations. We fixed our colors. We got that. We did the temples, I think, right? Got to install them because they're massive. That's going to take a while to install. Okay. And then there's this embers, which, yeah, pressure plate traps. The Freaks Floral Fields. I don't think I've ever gotten that one to work quite right. The embers is just real cool, like fire effects. So, like the flames and stuff are just look nicer. So, definitely, I think worth downloading. But like here, same as the main download, mostly half the resolution for. Please see. Same as the main download, but texture size is 1K and smaller. Well, what is this one? So, which one do we need? The same as the main download, but textures are mostly half the resolution. So this is like, I guess, 4K textures. Let's do this one. If it's 4K, yeah, you can see the file size is pretty big. So if we're using 4K textures in this game, we're going to eat up disk space like crazy. Yeah, embers. I guess I don't. An ember compatibility patches with exterior cell modification. I don't have Lux Orbis installed, I guess, right now. I was having problems with Lux, to be honest. But we may end up installing Lux at some point. Alright, fix that. And then there's the florals. What is this? Pressure trap. What does this do? Rarely retextured Nora trap now looks consistent with the rest of the modded game. So it's this before, after. It's covered by the snow. Before, after. Oh, it makes it a lot harder to see the traps. That's kind of cool. Make us step on these traps more often. And then fix. Don't download me and don't forget to endorse. Okay. How do you endorse something? Oh. I don't know. Endorsements. Okay, we'll install those traps, models and textures. Get rid of that one. Now this one's a big add-on that I've heard is really good, but I've never gotten it to work quite right. It needs we've got the base object swapper I think already installed, right? Yeah, we do. Community see, here's the community shader thing, and then the landscapes grass. Community shaders. And see, this one requires that, which I don't. I don't have this. I've got that. I don't VRS. That's for VR though. I don't think we need that. Rest library community shaders download. Community shaders, parallax, and then base object, community shaders. And then ENV should be installed already, right? Pretty sure it is, right? Yeah, we've already got ENV installed. We're gonna try to see if this works. What's up? Hey, what's up, Volst? So I spent like most of last night and early this morning trying to get different mods to work, and I couldn't get them to work. I've been deep down the rabbit hole of Skyrim modding for like the past 10 hours or whatever. Okay, we're gonna install the shaders, and we'll install the parallax, and then we'll install finally the freaks. Freaks are freaks. And okay. Okay. I don't know. I mean, I haven't really modded a lot of games. I've modded Skyrim the most, just because I think Skyrim just looks really good when you do modify it. Visuals and graphics. Okay, that's here. And then we've got bug fixes. That's way up here. And then the freaks is the environmental, which let's leave it. We're going to leave this right here. Boom, boom, boom. We've gotten some good add-ons though, Voss. We've installed some add-ons I think that are really going to add some. They're just little things. It's like the thing with Skyrim is there's all these little add-ons that are just kind of small little niceties, but when you wrap them all up together, then it's like the whole game is, you know what I mean? Okay, now I'm going to say that I think this grass does look way better than what we just had. So it looks to me like that add-on worked. Because I don't think our grass was looking this good before. And we'll be able to tell that simply by pulling up the stream and going back, right? Let's see, hopefully I'm right. quitting. Don't quit. Don't. There is no quit. No, this wasn't the best one because we were just fucking around with the UI. Where's... Okay, so there's the grass. Is it just me, or does it look better? Yeah, see, this looks like not three-dimensional, like these pieces. That doesn't look as good. Oops. Yeah. Even the ground was the ground different too? Let's take a look. Yeah, no, the grass definitely looks better. Man, I'm tired, I'm hungry, I'm freezing to death. Okay, so we got that installed. Okay, what is this? 3D landscape. Did I not install that? Community shaders. Oh wait, we got the parallax. What am I? We got the community shaders. I don't know why we need this one. Yeah, people always joke about them re-releasing the game, but they haven't done a release anything on Skyrim in a long time. What's amazing is like how good the community has, made the game look, I don't know what this is. Did I like? This is something else. Let's close this. We did that. Okay. And close. Okay, so we grabbed the colored and we grabbed that. Oh, let's see, where are we at? Freaks. We grabbed freaks. Phantom horse. I don't know what that is. Directional movement. Better jumping. Ooh, here's the bow rapid combat. See, we need that one. Oh yeah, see, these archery location, the maxi block overhaul. These are all things I want. Yeah, all this stuff here is what I want. So this is cool that he's installing all of these add-ons. These are all add-ons that I think I need. I don't know what soft preset is. Yeah, this looks good. Like this guy's got a really good list of mods that I think are what I want. Now this is some sort of horse. Phantom horse. And it requires a behavior data injector, universal support, dynamic animation casting, and we already have that. Behavior data injector. Oh, look, you can't even get this version without supporting the developer, right? You got to pay for it, basically. Let's see. Oh, well, it just looks like it's a different file. It says it requires the original mod. All right. Let's see, archery locational damage. Let's close this. God, it gets crazy. It's like one mod needs this mod, needs that mod, needs that mod. It's crazy. All right, so we need the animation. We have that. We need the data injector. So let's just, where's that? Here's the data injector. So I'm a little confused because we don't supports only that. We don't have that version. We have this, but it says get the plus supporting here, which we tried. But it seems to say that we need it says requires the original mod. That's VR support. Hold on a second. Universal support. Yeah, this is funky. This is funky. I don't. The latest paper data texture plugin with added AE and VR support. Okay, this offers no benefit to SKYRIM SE users over the original. This is mainly used for writing optional data that animations that ESP modes. Check out the original page for more information. Well, we'll try downloading this one. I don't know if this is going to work or not. It says it does require the original though. So, which is weird because this one says it's only for that. So I don't know. But it does say it requires the original. So we'll see what happens. We're going to install that. We're going to install this. This will be interesting. These are utilities. This is the injector. And this is the support for the anniversary edition. Okay. Okay, so the injector, the universal support, we got those, and then we need this guy. We already have the rest. We need the dynamic animation casting of this thing. And this works for my version. Okay. It needs this and this, which we have. So download that, close that. Okay. This is also probably a utility. Is it a utility? Oh, it's actually calling it an animation. And this is the true directional movement, which we're definitely going to need this. We're going to need the Nemesis engine. We are going to need the Nemesis engine. Alright, so we're going to install the Nemesis engine. Nemesis engine. And start in Nemesis engine. And create file, use application, okay. Run. Failed to read mod, all mods will be reverted. Maybe it's because I'm running. Yeah, I'm not really sure how to use the Nemesis engine, but you've got to go in here and there's certain things that you're going to tell the engine to kind of modify, what it's going to basically manage, I believe. So, not sure. We'll have to watch a tutorial on the Nemesis engine, you know? Okay, so that's the Nemesis engine. We need the true directional movement. We've got the MCM helper, we got that. We got Sky UI. We don't have true HUD, though. So we're going to have to grab this guy. And we've got everything else, so we can just download that. Now we're kind of getting into some scary territory, to be honest. Because we're getting into add-ons that I don't think I've ever gotten to work before. So whether or not these are going to work, I have no idea. And then we need to go and close this, and we need the true directional movement. We're going to install this. And so what we're going to do is we're going to put this across multiple windows, I think. And we're going to say Skyrim true directional movement install. I don't know.
In this video, I'll show you how to install the Nemesis Unlimited Behavior Engine for Skyrim Special Edition and Skyrim Anniversary Edition using Vortex. In a separate video linked down below, there's a guide on how to install the Behavior Engine with Mod Organizer 2. Nemesis is the successor to the old FNIS engine. It doesn't outright replace FNIS, but newer animation. In this video, I'll show you how to install the Nemesis Unlimited Behavior Engine for the Nemesis engine OP then a complete. But if not, click the link and download the file from Microsoft on your browser for mod that requires Nemesis. For this tutorial, I'm going to use Crouch Sliding by Knick-Knack. I love this mod. It gives you a sweet little slide.
Okay, so he wanted to install something that Nemesis would be required for so he could test it out. So we'll do that. We're going to grab this Crouch Sliding, all right? And actually close this. That way we have something that we can test the Nemesis engine with. So we're going to say duplicate. We're going to go Crouch Sliding. And we're going to say downloads, Crouch Sliding, and files. And okay, you can toggle the slide taggles, ragdoll, blah, blah, blah. You need Nemesis 0.84 to make sure you'll update. Okay. We need Nemesis, which let's see if this is the right one. Code, releases, beta, hotfix, beta. That's all. They're all beta. Okay, install. Two directional movement, crouch sliding animation, and animations way up here. Two directional movement. I'm gonna put that at the top of animations, even though it's gameplay. And we're gonna go to edit, Nemesis, cancel, run, true directional movement, crouch sliding, update engine. Launch Nemesis behavior engine. Behavior generation complete. Launch Skyrim. Oh, whoa. Ranger's already been fed his dinner. Yeah, I gave it to him around 4 o'clock. Does he? Hi, babe. You doing okay? I'm gonna have to take a break. Spend some time with my wife here pretty soon. So I don't really understand. Let's go back to the video. I mean, we started it, but we launched the engine, but how do we launch the game now? It like won't let me launch the game. I don't get. Let's take a look. Where was that video here?
Slide animation that can knock people over. That's fun. Download the mod with your mod manager. Now go back to MO2 and install and enable both Nemesis and the crouch sliding mod.
Okay, we did that.
Next, go to this drop down and select edit. Press the plus button and then the option that says add from file.
Yeah, we did all this.
Navigate to your Skyrim game directory. Look at my path here and yours should be pretty similar. Click on the data folder and then go into the Nemesis engine folder. Locate the Nemesis Unlimited Behavior.exe and select it. Now press OK.
Change the start in. What about the start info?
Okay, so whenever you install a mod that requires Nemesis, you'll need to launch this tool and find the mod that you added.
Okay.
Not all
Run.
mods show up in here by default, but once you add them to your mod manager, Nemesis will detect it and add it to be selected.
Crouch.
Now I'm going to select crouch sliding and then press the big button that says Launch Nemesis Behavior Engine. At this point, it may give you an error and say that the engine needs to be updated. That's fine. Press the little Update Engine button and wait for the engine to update. Once that's finished, press the Launch Nemesis Behavior button again. Wait for your animations to be loaded into the game. Once that's all taken care of, go ahead and launch Skyrim. Test out the new
Yeah,
mod.
see, he did all that, but he was then able to launch Skyrim. I was able to hit the unlock button, so let's see. And now we're going to launch Skyrim. Before we do that, let's take a
and
look.
now you can slide your way into anything. If this video helped you, please press the like button so others can get help too.
How do you
New mod,
slide, though?
And now you can slide your way into anything. If this video helped, once that's finished, press the launch path here, and yours should be pretty simple. It says add.
Okay, well, let's try it. We're going to run the game. I don't know how you slide. Like, do you just run and like, do you just, how do you slide? I don't, is it a keybind, or is it just like your character slides when you stop moving, or maybe you slide, I don't know. I don't know how it works. How do you slide, though? How do you, like, do the slide? Adds in a crouch slide. When you're sprinting, press your sneak to perform the crouch slide. Oh, this is gonna be tough because my sneak key. Oh, there we go. Because my key. Yeah, the hard part is blue. Like, is that my sneak key is control and my sprint is shift. So holding on shift and then hitting sneak is kind of weird. Let's try it. Oh, I guess it's not that weird. You just have to take. I just have to take my finger off the sprint key, like here. Can't sprint now because I'm in survival and I have no I have no stamina. Oh, we got some potions though. Let's see, potions. I thought we had. Didn't we have some potions? We got some wine, don't we? Here. There we go. It's not a toggle on mine. Oh, it is. It is a toggle. You're right. Yeah, that works. All right, there we go. So now we know how to use the Nemesis engine. We're getting there. We are getting closer and closer to building a version of Skyrim that's going to be really good. Like, so it only took about 30 hours of mucking around with mods. So now you can see my mod list is getting fairly big. Well, I mean, it's tiny compared to most people's probably, but for me it's big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's what she said. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. We're taking about 40 mods. 40 mods. So pretty cool, right? All right, so what are we at? Where are we at? We were doing the Phantom Horse. I think we did everything we needed for the Phantom Horse, right? We got the behavior data. Did we get the behavior data injector? Yeah, the data ejector for universal support. You know what's amazing is there's hardly any replacements. Like this, see how the SkyClimb here says this is replacing stuff in this one? We have very few replacements going on, which is really good. I mean, this is a really clean install. We only have one notification here that says for power tweaks, right? If you hover over here, it'll say that there's a newer version, which isn't always true, but that's what these little symbols here mean. So yeah, so far the install, man, it's been really clean. Okay, we got the dynamic animation casting. Did we get that installed correctly? I think we did, right? Dynamic animation cast. Okay, good. So we're good. We're good on the Phantom Horse, right? Did we download the Phantom Horse? Hold on a second. I don't know if I actually downloaded it. No, we didn't download the Phantom Horse. So we're going to install the Phantom Horse. I don't know what it is, but we're going to install it. Okay, so we've got a Phantom Horse, whatever that is. All right. True directional movement we got installed. And it's working. True HUD. What about True HUD? Is that installed? You've got True HUD. Phantom Horse is magic spell enchantments. Interesting. Okay, get rid of that. Better jumping. Allows sprint jumping, double jumping, changing jumping. Was this part of here? Let's see. Oh, we didn't install the smooth cam yet. Oh, okay, yeah, we haven't done this. Okay, so we did freaks, we did Phantom, we did true directional. Okay, yeah, better jumping. Okay. Is there a video? No. Well, we'll try it. I mean, it doesn't seem like this would be anything that would really hurt the game. We should be able to jump while we're sprinting. Because normally right now you can only jump while you're just walking at normal speed. Like if you try to sprint and jump, your character won't jump, which always is kind of didn't make a lot of sense, right? Like we're sprinting, you can't jump while sprinting. But now we're going to add jumping while sprinting, and we're going to add doing the slide while sprinting. And I'm going to put this under gameplay here. And now we're finally into the bow stuff. So really all we have left is the shield blocking, the bow, and then just the graphics. And then survival. So shield blocking, bow, graphics, and survival elements. If we can get that stuff, to me, that's going to be the key ingredients of what I'm looking to have work in my version of Skyrim. But I'm going to take a break and hang out with my wife. She's looking like she she's not happy, so I will catch you guys later. It's 6 o'clock, or it's 7 o'clock. I will catch you guys maybe in about 3 or 4 hours. I'll come back on and we'll try to hopefully finish up most of this stuff. But I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty excited. It looks like I've got all this working pretty well. Let's try the jump real quick, and then we'll stop the stream. Make sure that although my character's got no stamina, so although we can sleep though. I think if we sleep, we might recover that. I don't know. I don't know if sleep recovers like your health and everything. I know you'll get warm again. I think, like most survival games, if you're cold and you sleep in a blanket, you warm up. All right, so let's sleep for 1 hour. Our stamina went up like a little. All right, so now can we jump? There you go. Now we can jump. So now we can do regular jumping. We can sprint and we can walk and jump. We can run and jump, and we can sprint and jump. Oh, we're freezing to death. Why is it dying? Oh. And there it is. We froze to death. Alright guys, I'll catch you guys later, man. I'm gonna take a break. I'll come back in like 3 hours probably. I'll see you then, man. Peace out.